What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to today's installment of Renegades Reviews. I am the Renegade J.J. Williams. Here as we continue our road to the awakening, our countdown to the awakening, The Force Awakens, as I continue reviewing the movies in the Star Wars saga. Today we begin the original trilogy, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, released on May 25th, 1977, where Luke Skywalker joins forces with a Jedi Knight, a cocky pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 droids to save the universe from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, while also attempting to rescue Princess Leia from the evil Darth Vader. This installment stars Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin, Alec Guinness taking over the role of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you have to say it that way because even though these were the original trilogy and came out first, these come after the prequel. So while Ewan McGregor really picked up the mantle of Obi-Wan from Sir Alec Guinness, when you watch them in order, Alec Guinness is now taking over the role of Ewan McGregor. David Prowse played the man inside the suit of Darth Vader, while the voice, of course, the epic voice of James Earl Jones. Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, and Peter Mayhew are all in their roles of C-3PO, Chewbacca, and Kenny Baker. And R2-D2. Anthony Daniels is C-3PO, Kenny Baker is R2-D2, and Peter Mayhew is Chewbacca, is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. I apologize for that. And that makes up the main cast of A New Hope. What can you say about the original Star Wars that has not been said? I mean, seriously, the original trilogy will always be superior to the prequel trilogy. I don't care if the technology wasn't there. The special edition changes notwithstanding, because there's some of those that I still have an issue with. But the prequel trilogy will never be able to be what the original trilogy was. Never, ever, ever. I mean, these are the movies that made everybody my age fall in love with Star Wars. You know, we start the movie with the princess's ship getting boarded by Darth Vader, and the plans for the Death Star have been stolen, and C-3PO and R2-D2 are on the ship, and they take a space pod down to the planet of Tatooine, where we meet Luke Skywalker, along with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, who of course we know that at the end of Episode 3, Obi-Wan takes Luke to them to grow up and at least know part of his family. So we get to see Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, and Uncle Owen's a bit of a dick, but he doesn't want Luke to suffer the same fate that Anakin did. So he's overprotective, but he's a douchey overprotective. From there, Luke goes to chase R2-D2, who's run away. We end up encountering Obi-Wan Kenobi, Old Ben, the hermit that lives out beyond the Dune Sea. Obi-Wan starts to show him his father's lightsaber and get him interested in the Force. And of course, Luke has always wanted to get off of Tatooine and go and fight the Empire and join the rebellion. So here's his opportune chance, but what would Uncle Owen think? Well, the stormtroopers have followed Luke to Tatooine and traced them to the Jawas, who sold them to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. So in a mad dash, he goes back home, only to find that his uncle and aunt had been killed. Now there's nothing left for him on Tatooine. So him and Obi-Wan go to the Mos Eisley spaceport, hoping to find a pilot, where we encounter Han Solo and his first mate Chewbacca. They end up taking off to go on what seems to be a simple cruise to Alderaan to return the droids and the plans, but they find out that Alderaan's been destroyed, sucked into a tractor beam by the Death Star. Now we play dress up as Han and Luke dress up in disguise as stormtroopers. Obi-Wan goes to shut down the reactor. We save Princess Leia. As we get back to the ship, we find that Obi-Wan has encountered Darth Vader, who we all know through the prequels as Anakin Skywalker. We see Obi-Wan sacrifice himself to Vader. If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Vader strikes him down. Luke, Han, Leia, and the rest of the crew escape. They go to the planet of Yavin, where the rebellion analyzes the data in the R2 unit. They discover the weakness. The Battle of Yavin begins. Luke destroys the Death Star, and everyone lives happily ever after. Or so we think. Because clearly there's 2 more movies that I'm going to be talking about in this trilogy. So until tomorrow, here on the Casa D18 Studios channel and Renegades Review, when I review Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, why don't you let me know what you think of A New Hope? Place your thoughts in the comment box below. Tweet them to me at ROWJJ Williams. Let me know what you think of the first installment of the original Star Wars Trilogy. And until tomorrow when I review The Empire Strikes Back, I am the Renegade JJ Williams, and I look forward to talking to each and every one of you once again as we continue our countdown to the awakening, The Force Awakens, on Renegades Reviews. Talk to you guys tomorrow.